In this video, I am going to walk you through my new niche site. Woohoo! Niche site, niche site, niche site. My new niche site project and niche YouTube channel. I want to share a little bit about why I'm doing this as my next big project for Do You Even Blog, as well as my goals that I'm setting for myself, my overall strategy, which is going to be very unique in the niche site world, I feel like, we'll see, as well as what I've done so far over the past 2 weeks. I launched it 2 weeks ago. I'll walk through what I've done in terms of setting up the site, what I chose to do there, as well as SEO analysis, niche analysis, and honestly, like monetization analysis. So last week I published my somewhat awkward video detailing my struggles lately with this business, Do You Even Blog, and how I am burnt out and want to do other things. And you can go watch that video. I'll leave a link here. But this is the primary reason why I wanted to do a niche site project. I wanted to do a side project, something outside of Do You Even Blog that honestly doesn't talk about marketing or blogging. Like, I need that breath of fresh air. So that's the overall why. Now, important part for those of you who are thinking about a niche site, or not even a niche site, but want to grow your own YouTube channel or SEO for your blog, I want to define niche site. Do You Even Blog is a niche site. My niche is marketing. Personal finance is a niche. That term gets thrown around a lot. Niche site, I think what people mean is a smaller niche website that you have a better chance at ranking for faster in Google search results, and therefore, growing ad revenue and affiliate marketing and stuff like that. Not like a big full-time business, but something smaller, a smaller niche to focus on. And that's what I mean by this too. So authority site, niche site, in my head, those mean the exact same things. I'm just letting you know that upfront. And one more final note before I dive into what I'm doing, I'm not actually gonna tell you the niche yet. I'm gonna wait like 6 months, maybe even longer. I'm gonna try and keep it a secret as much as humanly possible, so as not to influence the numbers, right? I think it's actually pretty cool to start from scratch. Give you an opportunity to see it done from scratch without the Do You Even Blog audience going there and giving me traffic and views and all that sort of stuff. So I'll reveal the actual site, the actual URL, maybe like in 6 months. Okay, first of all, my goal, I'm gonna call this thing Niche 1K, because truthfully, my goal is to build it to $1,000 a month in profit, which will probably be, for me, by the way, about $1,200 or $1,300 a month in gross revenue as fast as humanly possible. There are no other goals other than that. Audience building, long-term vision, I don't know. My only goal right now is to get it to 1K a month as fast as humanly possible, to pay for itself, to pay for my time, probably to even pay for a writer or two, an article a month, or that sort of thing. That's my goal. Now, my overarching strategy, I think, is what is going to set this apart from other niche site experiments, from other people like myself who talk about blogging all the time. Yes, I have the website. It's going to be SEO, affiliate marketing, probably ads. I'm not exactly sure at what point I will start to show ads on the website, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do like crappy ads that only make like cents on the dollar. I might wait till like Mediavine status, or maybe even Ezoic or something like that. So SEO, affiliate marketing, check mark. That's a big part of the strategy. But I actually want to do a niche YouTube channel right alongside the blog. This is I'm thinking of this as one project, but it's gonna be blog, SEO, written content, trying to rank for affiliate marketing and other stuff, as well as a niche YouTube channel, which I've already started. The reason I am going to do this, it's more work, by the way, it's much more work than just doing a little niche site for blogging, is number one, I like video. Number two, I think I'm good at video, or at least have a leg up on a lot of other people in this niche, I guess I should say. And third of all, I'm convinced that YouTube, it's easier to start driving affiliate clicks and views much faster than Google. And then two, it's just, the reason that is because it's less competitive overall. I mean, yeah, making videos is harder, but I have experience with that. And I think there's a massive opportunity, not just for this niche that I've chosen, but also for any niche, really, to be on YouTube and doing video. I still think it's a massive opportunity. And so I'm gonna capitalize on that for this niche. And last but not least, I have no data to back this up for the most part. I'm convinced that YouTube and Google SEO for the blog are going to gel very nicely. the more Googling I do, not only in this niche, by the way, but for a bunch of niches, I'm seeing more and more and more and more YouTube. It's been like this for like 6 or 7 years at this point. We're starting to see a lot of videos and search results, but it seems to be even more than usual. And just the other day, I was Googling something and I saw a blog post in the Google search results with the video. Not just like, here's a video on YouTube. It was actually linking to the blog, but it had literally the video thumbnail right there that you could click and like be taken to. And in my mind, I was just like, okay, I have to do both. I want to do both. I'm good at doing both. And so I'm going to do both. I'm going to do the SEO plus affiliate marketing on the blog, getting backlinks, trying to grow that, as well as the niche YouTube channel, which, by the way, also monetize separately, right? Totally going to promote affiliates, but also YouTube ads once I reach the YouTube partnership level. And I really do think they're going to gel nicely together. So that's my big overarching strategy for the niche site, at least right now. Get it to $1,000 a month as soon as humanly possible through growing SEO traffic. That's going to be more of a long-term play, 6, 9, 12 months, as well as utilizing a little bit faster, earlier wins on YouTube, and then also using that together to like kind of grow one another to get cross referrals and traffic and make a better presence in search results that way. That's the overarching strategy. Also, if you haven't watched it already, I recently revealed how much this YouTube channel has been making since I started it. I'll link to that video up here in the description, whatever. You should go check that out. If you're seriously considering doing viewing, that's a smaller channel, and I walk through all my numbers in that video. Oh, and actually one more side note before I tell you what I've done. You should go follow my podcast. If you listen to podcasts, go subscribe to the Do You Even Vlog podcast. I'm scaling it back. But I'm not going to stop publishing. And in fact, I'm going to be publishing a lot of just really candid conversations, really, with people who are crushing it with niche sites. Over the next 3 months, look for a lot of people making this work because I want to learn from them, right? That's why I'm going to keep doing the podcast. I'm going to have a bunch of people on who not only have niche sites, but maybe even multiple sites, all producing revenue. Like I'm going to do a lot of that on the podcast. So if you're not subscribed already, hashtag self-promo, go subscribe to the Do You Even Blog podcast, wherever you find your podcast, and I'll see you there. All right, so let's go over what I've done so far. This will be interesting. I got 3 things that I want to cover. Choosing a niche, choosing a topic. 2, what I did to launch the YouTube channel, and then what I did to launch the site. So choosing a topic, I got a little lucky here because I already had something in mind that is something I knew would be just a really great opportunity. I had it in the back of my head. But I did end up going through, first of all, let me just promote the Authority Hacker guys. Authority Hacker, they have a niche site course. It's called the Authority Site System, I think. I've actually been going through it and it's been really good so far. I'll promote more about that later in a separate video, maybe once I finish going through it. But I've gone through that and that really helped me analyze the niche. So right off the bat, I can tell you the thing I found most helpful was to go into Ahrefs. I think Ahrefs is required for niche sites or anybody serious into SEO. I mean, you can use other tools for sure, but I think Ahrefs is a really easy recommendation. So I resubscribed to Ahrefs because I haven't paid them in like 2 years now. And the first thing I did was try and find competing sites in the niche. I just made a list. I did some Googling. I went into Ahrefs and I pulled up like a competing domains report. I made a list of like probably 50 sites. Not all of them are like direct competitors. There was only like 4 or 5 that are direct competitors, but the rest were other stuff, other sites that are a little bit more broad in nature that still talked about my niche a little bit. And once I had that list, I started opening them up in Ahrefs. I took note of which ones were driving traffic from search, by the way. You can see that data in Ahrefs. And also related to their domain rating, DR, DR35, DR50. What I was really looking for are lower DR sites, like sub 30, less than 30, that are still pulling in search results. And indeed, some of my competitors were like DR7, DR5, like really new sites, DR20, DR30, a few of them that are pulling in search traffic. And that to me was a big win. The next thing I did to like kind of analyze this niche, whatever you want to call it, was to pull up those sites in Ahrefs and look at their top keywords and top pages. I did this separately, but one thing I want to note, this has been my big takeaway so far, when it comes to choosing a niche and analyzing, finding keywords, like doing keyword research for a niche site or something like this, it's a cyclical process. I don't know if I got that word right. I don't think I've ever said that word, period. It's a cyclical process where you'll do research on one thing and that'll find new sites, new competitor sites, and then you'll look at that and you'll discover new keywords and new topics and new clusters of topics for your niche or whatever that is. Like, it's kind of a never-ending jumbled process. At least it was for me. It wasn't a very strict, like, now I'm going to do keywords, boom, 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 for like 2 hours. It was like keywords, and I discovered another site, and then I wanted to analyze that one. It was kind of like a bunch of things rolled up into one. Checking for competitors, finding the competing domains, looking at their top keywords. And by the way, I actually analyzed those keywords. I did this at the same time. We're going to come back to this keyword analysis in just a second. We'll come back to that. But competing domains, analyze their top pages and their top keywords. And last but not least, in trying to find a niche, I analyzed monetization opportunities. Like, what's out there? Other people's digital products, other people's courses that I can promote as affiliates. Of course, affiliate products, affiliate services, as well as other monetization stuff like sponsorships and working with brands and stuff like that. Like, I tried to see what all my competitors are already doing. I tried to gauge like what's possible in the niche and made my decision based on that. Of course, I already had the niche in mind before I even started. I kind of glossed over that thing where it's like, well, what do I even want to talk about? What are good niches? The first thing you would do is make a list of 20 different niches. Stuff you're interested in, stuff you think might be viable. You can go look at what people are promoting as affiliates, right? Like, you can literally open Share a Sale or ClickBank or any of these like affiliate marketplaces and just see what's there. See what categories or industries or niches are there for affiliate products, and then see if it's going to be viable just for some Googling, right? I got lucky on this. I already had the niche kind of in my head. I just had to like qualify it. We're going to come back to keyword research in just a second in the website. But really quick, my YouTube channel, here's what I did. I already had the name picked out. Or I didn't have the name picked out. I had the topic picked out. I chose a name that I thought would be appropriate. I didn't spend a lot of time debating. I just kind of picked one. I created the channel trailer because I knew I wanted to start collecting more loyal subscribers right off the bat. Like, I wanted to put my face on it, to have my personality. I wanted it to be more than just a faceless thing on YouTube. I wanted me to be attached to it. And so I knew the channel trailer was going to be very important because people, if they just discover you, especially if you don't have a lot of subscribers, the first thing they'll do is click over to your channel page. They'll look at your current videos, they'll look at your playlist, maybe they'll read about your channel, but whatever they do on that channel page, that channel video is the first thing they see, right? And if it's short and snappy and good and tells them what to expect and about your brand and that sort of stuff, that's important. So I spent a little bit of time doing that. It's like a 2-minute channel trailer. I recorded 2 videos, shot and edited to publish like in quick succession, like in the first week, and also did 2 shorts. And that's all I've done so far. That was 2 weeks ago. It already has thousands of views, multiple thousands. It already has a couple of dozen subscribers, which is not a ton, but it's literally 2 weeks ago, and I haven't promoted it anywhere. I've not driven traffic to my YouTube channel at all. No social media mentions, literally 0 promotion. And I already have thousands of views, a couple of dozen subscribers, really good engagement so far, and I'm really happy with the way that's going. Now I need to do the blog. Speaking of which, move over to the website. Here's what I did. I picked out my name. I got the domain name, right? I'm using SiteGround for hosting. I was already on SiteGround for Do You Even Blog, and I actually just added this as a subdomain on my account for now. I actually want to experiment with going with the managed WordPress. I had to make sure I said that correctly. Managed WordPress idea in the future once traffic starts ramping up. But until that happens, I'm just going to throw it on my my normal SiteGround account. I got a theme. Again, I'm going like super speedy for SEO purposes, right? Website speed, obviously very important. I knew I was going to be using WP Rocket as a caching plugin, Short Pixel as my like image compression thing, whatever. I've used those two like forever. Cloudflare for the CDN, and I actually went out and bought Matt Giovannissi's website theme that he made called Carbonate. It's mostly based on Bootstrap. It's really fast and speedy. It's not the easiest thing to set up and customize right out of the box. You do need to know a little bit of HTML and CSS. He has first of all, shout out to Matt for doing lots of good tutorial videos with that theme. He walks you through a bunch of stuff. It's really great, but it is a little bit more techy. That said, it's fast as lightning and it looks great. And I really like it. Once I was able to get in there and make it look the way I wanted, I've actually been absolutely stoked with it. I think he did a fantastic job. I am an affiliate of his because I reached out. You can grab Carbonate below. It's well worth the money if you care about SEO and you want a speedy site. This is the theme for you. It's great. I recommend it. So after I did that, I have not published anything yet. I just want to say that. It was 2 weeks ago. I started the YouTube channel, and I've spent all this time doing keyword research, competitor research, setting up the site and stuff like that. So I actually haven't posted anything yet. I'm ready to. As of the time of this recording, I actually spent hours yesterday getting a feel of my site structure, my topic clusters, if you will, the main subcategories I want to talk about on my site, and doing initial keyword research. So I want to end the video with that. Keyword research. So something I found helpful for TASS, T-A-S-S, the Authority Site System, the course I'm taking from Authority Hackers, was this idea of doing keyword research manually, for lack of a better term. Yes, I could just look at 25,000 keywords that my competitors are ranking for in Ahrefs. I could export that and try and find stuff with a low difficulty score. That's the easiest way to find some keyword ideas. It's also crap, in my opinion. At least far inferior to what I do, and something similar that they promote in the TASS, which would be going into each individual keyword that you're looking at based on and judging it based on a few different factors. Number one, monetization potential. If I rank number one in Google for this keyword, is it going to do anything for me? It doesn't necessarily have to be 100% monetized with affiliates or something like that. But if it's not, it daggone well better get me links or just be a massive amount of traffic that I can point that traffic to other pages on my site that make me more money. A money post, a money keyword, or some people call it different stuff. That's number one. So I go through, I look at keywords that my competitors are ranking for. I look at their top pages in Ahrefs, and I try and look at their keywords, and I ask myself, the first thing I ask myself is this a money keyword? Is this going to make me money? If I do rank for it, is it going to make me money? If no, then I'm going to move on. Or if I'm really excited about it, by the way, I'll still add it to my list of keywords, but I'll just label it as not being a money thing, right? I literally make a list, and I've categorized all my keywords and stuff like that. Money, non-money, or whatever it is. Traffic, links. That's what they do in TASS. Is this keyword a money keyword, traffic, or links, or whatever? So that's criteria number one. Is it going to make me money? Criteria number two would actually be, this is what they teach in the Authority Site System, and I really like this. Opening up the SERP and looking for who's currently ranking. This is a really strong criteria. If you open up the search results and the top 10 results are all, I'm going to use domain rating for my example because that's what they talk about and that's what Ahrefs uses, DR. If all the sites are DR 50, 60, 70, 80, like this, it's slammed with like New York Times articles and like stuff like this, like really huge sites, the chances of me ranking anytime in the near future is very slim. Okay, that's pretty obvious. So a lot of what I did for my own keyword research was, one, I asked if it's a money keyword. Number two, I looked at search results right now to see who is ranking and what do their backlinks look like. That's the third one right there. A lot of times for these keywords in my niche, I was finding that there would be a few like high DR sites, but there would also be just a couple, maybe even like 2 or 3 DR 10 or below, DR 15 or below. And I also wanted to third look at like what their backlinks look like, right? And in my scenario, like some of my awesome keywords here, they have traffic coming to them. That's actually the fourth one, right? Like, are they actually receiving traffic from these posts, these pages, these keywords? That's number 4. What do their backlinks look like? And are they actually getting traffic to those pages? And the Authority Site System recommends like a minimum traffic of like 100 to 200 visits a month from search specifically, or it's like a rough guideline. So let me sum that up right here. I'm trying to make a list of keywords that I want to target and write about in my site structure, like my different categories on my site. I first made a list of competing domains. Once I had that, I would then plug them into Ahrefs to look at their top pages and their top keywords, and I would go through my criteria. I would first of all look at like, is this something that's going to make me money? Is it a review post, a comparison post? You can actually filter, by the way, in Ahrefs, like look at keywords and filter for the word best XYZ, or versus, VS, right? This versus this. Those are buyer intent keywords, right? That are more likely to get affiliate clicks and that sort of thing. So that was number one. And then if it is like a money keyword, or if I'm interested in the topic or whatever, I would then look at the search results and try and identify, are there any low DR sites ranking at all? And what are they? How many of them, right? Is it just one and that's a DR 30? That's the lowest one, and then the rest are like New York Times? Or does it look somewhat non-competitive? Does it look like there's an opportunity here? And I would also just briefly glance at the backlinks that these smaller sites have. A lot of times in my scenario, there were like less than 2 or 3 referring domains or backlinks to this given post, yet it's on the first page of Google. That's a good keyword if it gets traffic. That's the last thing. Are these pages on my competitor sites that are ranking in the top 10, are they getting traffic? And then if so, how much? Are we talking thousands? Or are we just talking like a couple of hundred? A couple of hundred is still totally viable, in my opinion. Like 100, 200, that's like absolutely perfect. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and I have my keyword list. And that's where I'm at. I don't have any results to show for you yet, other than the YouTube channel doing really well in its first 2 weeks. And believe me, once I have some posts up on the site and I start linking back and forth to the YouTube channel over the next like month or two, man, I am excited to see what that does for search, getting pages indexed faster and ranking them up there. I'm also going to be embedding YouTube videos, obviously, in my post where relevant. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm super excited. So it is at this point, I want to do another self-promo and tell you about Online Impact. It's my private membership community, and it is going to be the only place that I'm actually revealing and showing behind the scenes of this niche site as it happens. I'm going to be documenting my entire journey, sharing what I'm doing, making Loom videos, walkthroughs. I'm going to be like making that happen for Online Impact members only. I'll talk about it a little bit here on the YouTube channel, here and there, and then eventually I'll reveal it and then I can talk about it more. But for the meantime, if you're a creator and you like making money on the internet, you should join my private community. Online Impact is filled with A+ rockstar creators. You also get access to all my courses and me and live calls and the workshops that we do on a quarterly basis with bona fide experts. OnlineImpact.co is where you can find that. And if you want to hear more about the niche site as I'm doing it and actually see behind the scenes, go check out Online Impact and come join us. It's available evergreen 24/7. And that's all I got. I'll link 2 videos right here that you should watch next. Number 1 would be me opening up about my own business struggles, business depression last week. It needs to be watched more. And then 2, if you're thinking about YouTube, or if you're anything close to thinking about YouTube, you should go check out my video where I share all my earnings from this YouTube channel. I think you'll like that. All right, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day out there in the blogosphere. Hashtag like, comment, subscribe, or whatever here on YouTube. I love you. Please follow along the journeys. I'll see you next time. Adios. It's like my grandfather used to tell me, there comes a point in a man's life where he just wants to start a niche site.